Hey everyone. So I'd like to talk about expressions, and there's one in particular obviously that's prompting this video and this thought, and that is a simple question: will that work for you? Will this work for you? We've got you scheduled for 10 a.m. on Friday. Will that work for you? People ask this because that is the way that the world works. The world works for you. Things work for you. And the expression is just so much deeper than we really understand. It's just become so common in our language that, we understand it for what we think it is, and not perhaps for its origin and for what it really is. And so we don't develop that greater understanding that things are supposed to be working for us, right? The appointment time should work for you. The world should be working for you. And then what happens when somebody asks this question? I'm guilty of this, so I'm sure that some of you are. Somebody will ask you something and they'll say, does that work for you? And in your mind you're thinking, well, I've got this going on, I've got that going on, and there are a few other things, that I'm doing at that time or around that time, and it may put me in a bind and it may rush me. But what do you say? Yeah, that works. Yeah, that's fine. It's a total lie. It doesn't work for you. Now you are having to work around it. Now the schedule is this thing that you're trying to manipulate your life around. This time, instead of doing the opposite and saying, like, you know what? I don't get out of bed until 4 p.m. That's not going to work for me. This is the life that I'm living right now, so no, that won't work for me. We're going to have to do this different. And so, but people become so accustomed to, assuming the greater from this thing. And so they're like, oh yeah, that'll work for me. But in your mind, you know that it won't. You know that that you're just saying that, and that you're going to have to manipulate your life around it. So I was just thinking about that, and I wanted to get a video out about it. I don't want this to be too long because the other one was so lengthy. But yeah, just think about when you say some of these things, some of these expressions. Will that work for you? Will it? And if it won't, why don't you say that it won't? Are you afraid? Are you afraid that something is going to happen to you for speaking the truth? Are you afraid that if you say that it won't work for you, that it won't happen at all? If it doesn't happen at all, is that really so bad? Is it something that's so dire that you have to manipulate your life around instead of vice versa? Just think about it. Think about these things when they pop up. Think about the things that you're just nonchalant every day going along with, and try and dissect them and realize, like, what is this? Like, what's happening right now? What is this situation? What is this person trying to get me to do? Or what am I thinking I'm supposed to be doing, as opposed to doing what I know I want to be doing or know I should be doing? It's just, there's just a whole process that should be involved, and it shouldn't be like this every time. Eventually you figure out, what you do and don't want, and then you have more definitive guidelines, but the guidelines that I feel most people are following are just, they're not their own. So what do you think? Are you following your own guidelines? Are you doing what you think you're supposed to be doing instead of what you know you should be doing or want to be doing? Are you making things work for you? So think about it. Alright, until next time.